While the origins and purpose of the UFOs remain a mystery, the recent increase in the number of sightings has sparked renewed interest in the relationship between UFOs and natural disasters. In recent years, there have been numerous reports of UFO sightings in the aftermath of earthquakes, hurricanes, and other catastrophic events. Some experts have speculated that the presence of UFOs during these events may be related to a desire to monitor or study the effects of such disasters on human populations. Others have suggested that the UFOs may be drawn to the energy released during these events, or that they may be attempting to communicate with humans in some way. A strange sighting was reported in the skies over Florida, USA. According to eyewitness accounts, 3 UFOs were observed forming a triangle-like shape in the sky. Eyewitnesses reported that the objects appeared to be hovering in the sky and were moving in unison. The objects were described as bright and appeared to be changing colors as they moved. One eyewitness managed to capture a video of the objects, which shows the 3 UFOs forming a triangular shape. However, at the end of the video, 2 of the objects suddenly disappear, leaving only one visible. A massive glowing disc-shaped UFO was reported in the skies over Santiago, Chile. The incident occurred in the early hours of the morning, and eyewitnesses reported seeing a bright, pulsating light in the sky that appeared to be hovering above the city. According to local news reports, the UFO was seen by hundreds of people across the city, and many took to social media to share their experiences and photos of the strange object. Some witnesses reported feeling a sense of unease or fear as they watched the UFO, while others described the experience as awe-inspiring. Another strange sighting was reported in Brosley, Los Angeles, USA. According to eyewitness accounts, a bright UFO light was observed moving slowly towards the observer from the west. At first, it was thought to be a helicopter, but there was no sound, no other lights, and it was moving too slowly. Suddenly, out of nowhere, 2 more lights appeared, bringing the total number of lights to 3. The lights continued to move slowly and made no sound as they traversed the sky. The lights remained visible for approximately 10 minutes before they finally disappeared. Eyewitness accounts of the sighting over Brosley suggest that the lights were moving slowly and silently, which rules out most conventional aircraft or other man-made objects. The fact that the lights appeared to move in unison and then disappeared suddenly also suggests that they were not conventional aircraft. 2 UFO lights were sighted in the skies over Florida, and filmed for a period of time. The eyewitness reported that the lights were in the sky for a while, and they did move from position, although not significantly. The lights were described as bright and appeared to be hovering in the sky. After some time, the eyewitness left the area, but upon returning and taking another picture, the lights had disappeared. The sudden disappearance of the lights has left many wondering about their origin and nature. An eyewitness reported sighting a black triangle-shaped object in the sky over Arizona, USA. The object was estimated to be approximately 120 feet by 120 feet by 100 feet in size and had no visible heat signature. The object was also reported to be completely silent and was moving at a speed of around 15 miles per hour, in a southeast direction over the New Mexico-Arizona border. The eyewitness reported that the object appeared to have hovering capabilities, and was flying at an altitude of about 4,000 feet. The object was observed for a period of about 9 minutes as it slowly moved through the sky, eventually disappearing from view as it headed into New Mexico over College Peak Mountain. The eyewitness also reported seeing what may have been a red blinking light on the object, although this could not be confirmed. The lack of sound and the slow speed at which the object was moving make it unlikely that it was a conventional aircraft or drone. On the evening of May 8, unexplained sighting was reported in the skies over New Mexico, USA. According to eyewitness accounts, a bright, stationary light was observed in the sky before sunset. As the sun went down, the light remained in place, and its brightness seemed to intensify. What's even more intriguing is that the object appeared to be translucent and contained an internal object, which was visible when viewed through a 100x zoom lens. The color of the object reportedly changed from blue to white, to orange-red on the outside, while the side remained dark in color. After a period of time, the objects suddenly split into two separate objects before disappearing entirely. The sighting left many observers baffled and wondering what they had just witnessed. A flashing UFO was sighted in the night sky over Oxford, England. The object was described as a bright, flashing light that appeared to be moving erratically across the sky. The flashes of light were reportedly bright and intense, and the object appeared to be changing colors as it moved. Eyewitnesses reported that the object remained visible for several minutes before disappearing from sight. While some speculated that the object could have been a conventional aircraft or drone, the erratic movements and bright flashing lights suggest that it may have been something more unusual. The description of the eyewitnesses was as follows. While at home, we noticed what we initially thought were stars or planets in the sky. However, we soon noticed two objects that we had not seen before. Although we did not think much of it at first, we later realized that the objects had moved slightly. To investigate further, we used a star tracker app on our phones to identify any stars in the vicinity of the objects. However, no stars were detected in the area, so we decided to zoom in on the objects with our phones to get a closer look. To our surprise, the objects began to flash and move around in the sky, leaving us bewildered and intrigued by the strange phenomenon. Interestingly, the following day, a sonic boom was heard throughout the middle of the UK, covering a much greater distance than most typical sonic booms. While it is unclear if this event is related to the objects we observed, it adds to the mystery and intrigue surrounding the unexplained sighting. But here's where the footage forces us to stop and truly question everything we think we know. Look at the evidence we just laid out: silent triangles defying aerodynamics, orbs that split into twin entities, and lights that vanish not by speeding away, but by simply blinking out of existence, as if they were never tethered to our physical laws at all. Are we witnessing visitors from a distant star, or are these shadows of a classified terrestrial project, so advanced that it might as well be magic? And what about that deafening sonic boom that rippled across the entire UK the very next day? Was that a coincidence, or was it the sound of something breaching a dimensional barrier we aren't supposed to know exists? The most haunting question isn't what they are, but when they are. Because if these objects can appear and disappear at will, manipulate their color, size, and even their number, are they moving through space, or are they moving through time? Are they studying our disasters, or are they leaving us subtle warnings we're too distracted to decode? The government tells us the skies are safe, but the eyewitnesses, the nurses, the pilots, the ordinary families tell a story of profound unease. So, we leave you with this. If these intelligences have been observing our reactions to hurricanes, earthquakes, and human panic, what happens when they decide to stop watching and start participating? The truth isn't just out there anymore, it's hovering right above our heads, waiting for us to look up and pay attention. If you're ready to dive deeper into the unexplained, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell, because we are tracking every single sighting, and the next revelation might just rewrite human history.